Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Blessing. When I left off, I was about 6 months pregnant, expecting my first child, and I had the child and I never got to introduce her to you. YouTube world, my first loves, meet my daughter Ariella Kamanzi Agava. All right, that's out of the way. I'm sorry, please don't send me to the netty corner. I am back now. She is currently 19 months old. I know. Yeah, and a full-blown toddler with so many things going on. But today's reason for being here is actually for me to talk about weaning. You see all this glow? I have this newfound glow. It's because my child is no longer breastfeeding. For context, I've been breastfeeding this child since she was born, and it's only been a week since she's been off the boob. So I have breastfed her for a year and a half, and I've done so well, tremendously well. In fact, I'm so proud of myself. Let's talk about weaning for a little bit. Instagram girlies who have met her already asked me to share something about it, and I realized I needed a more stable platform. So here we are now. Let's get into it. I'm so rusty. So anyway, it's been a week of not feeding her anymore, not breastfeeding her, and I think it's been a success. I have to attribute it to the grace of God and also to my wonderful partner, who is Kamanzi's dad, who has done a tremendous job, without whose help I would never have, gotten to this point, of course. So first things first, when I made the decision to wean her off, it was because I was running crazy. My body was in shambles. I had her via C-section, and I've had backache for a while now. So obviously along the way I stopped waking up to sit and breastfeed, and we went to that whole laying down side by side breastfeeding. You see, I do have a very small bust, so even like putting the nipple in her mouth was sort of a hassle, but we managed. But I also realized it was having a lot of pressure on my body, but also like on my mental health. I would sleep just an hour. Remember, I have a full 9 to 5 to attend to, and so I was like, I've done a great job thus far. She's growing very well. She's very healthy. It's time for me to catch a break and also teach her a little bit of independence. So I went out seeking knowledge from those who have done it first, and I got so many suggestions. The first one was, please send her to your mom or to your relative that you trust. They will help her gain her individuality and independence from you. When she doesn't see you, it will come easy. The second was, if you have a different room in your house where she can stay the night without having to see you or reach out for you or cry for you, you do that. And I went with the latter because the former was a bit hard for me. My mom stays a little bit out of town, not like really far. She stays on Gayaza Road, and but I just couldn't wrap my mind around not being around if my child needed me, if she were like crying profusely, if she was like deliriously, hysterically wailing, and they were calling me. I just didn't want that. It would have messed up my entire, mental health. So that was not an option. I talked to my mom, and she was like, I also don't think so. So I went to the latter, which is putting her in a separate room. So my house help, who was very kind, suggested, give her to me. She was a mother herself, because she left 2 days into the exercise. Anyway, so we arranged and we prepare a bottle. For context, Kamanzi has not bottle fed most of her adult life. She last bottle fed when we were in hospital. When we were discharged, she hated the bottle so much. Even when I would pump and got back to work, she struggled so much. So along the way, I just discarded it and just decided to breastfeed. Then of course she turned 6 months, and we introduced solids, and it was solids and breastfeeding and just water. and like porridge, but like in a cup. You feed her with a spoon, no bottle. So anyway, we prepare the bottle ready for her nanny to take on the night. Hey, guy. And my husband was like, I'm going to lock you up in this room, in our bedroom, so that even when you hear her crying, you can't get out. My nanny said the same thing. I'm going to lock the bedroom door so that you don't intervene, even if you hear her crying. I had already prayed to God. I had carried it to God in prayer, and I asked for God to give us the grace, the child, us, the nanny, everyone involved in this weaning of process. That was Friday night. Friday night went surprisingly okay, because I think she woke up twice and cried, of course, and then slept again. And Saturday night we went again, and this time it was a little easier. She would only like just drink a little, honestly. They were just force feeding her, and there was like milk all over the bed. And then unfortunately my house help lost someone and had to travel on Sunday. So you can imagine that whole mess and how I was thrust back into the world of taking care of her. Those buds. Anyway, we decided with my husband that we weren't taking any steps backwards, so we were going to carry it forward. So Sunday night, we feed her very well. By 8 p.m. we give her a bottle at 10, which the dad gave her, and surprisingly she drank all the milk. Over an hour, but she took it. And then we came to bed, put her in her cot, in her crib, and she slept from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. She didn't wake up a single time in the middle of the night. Do you know what that taught me? She didn't need to feed in the night after all. She was full. So all of this waking up to feed was really just like pacifying, like, mama, like I'm out, like, my sleep has eluded. Where are you? Give me no, pacify me so I can sleep again. It was never hunger. So Monday night, we go again. She sleeps 4 full hours and just wakes up a little bit. I put her on my back and she sleeps again up to 6. And Tuesday night, the same thing. She sleeps up to 6 a.m. Wakes up a little bit. I give her some water. She sleeps again. Guys, it's been a week. Today marks a full week, and she has not tasted Nyunyu. Of course, she would ask for it every now and then. I decided to dress her up in clothes that didn't give her easy access, and I'm so happy to report that, as you can see, I don't have to wear button-down shirts anymore. I can wear my... Let me tell you the freedom that I am feeling, that I'm experiencing. I can't explain it enough. Just know this process has given me a semblance of freedom that I had forgotten all about, and I'm happy to be experiencing this one more time, or once again. She's doing fabulously fine. She doesn't ask for Nyunyu again. She now asks for, she says nana when she wants a banana. She asks for water when she wants it. She still hates the bottle, so we've cut out bottle feeding altogether in the night. When she's had her dinner early, the dad gives her some milk around 9 or 10. If she doesn't take it, we are still okay, because we know that she's fully fed and she's all right, and she'll hold until morning. When she wakes in the morning, there's some food waiting for her, like maybe Irish and an egg or porridge or something. Something is ready for her to start that day. Yeah. And because of course we've withdrawn Nyunyu boob, now I've added snacks in the middle of the day, a little bit here and there, to just make up for lost Nyunyu. So it's been going well. So what has worked for me? Let's see. So what has worked for me, first and foremost, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, please pray about this entire experience. This is a child who has known you since she was born, and all she's known is that you are the pacifier. So it's not easy. It's a very hard process. I wasn't prepared for the emotional drainage that would come with it, because I I realized it was really hurting me, it was hurting her, but it had to be done. And every now and then I had to remind her, I love you, I love you, I love you, and just offer options and just cuddle her. And I realized that she loves being carried on my back, and so I had to, every time when I would sense she's about to ask for you, I would put her on my back and move around, and sometimes she'd just like, slumber off. So that worked for me. Obviously, what has worked for me has been in trust. When this process started, I gave her to someone else and spent 2 nights without her, and that helped a big deal, I know for a fact. By the time I took over on the 3rd night, it's like she had already gotten used to the fact that I was withdrawing. You could tell, yeah. So having someone take over, that is obviously helpful. If you can send your child with their nanny that they know to your mother or to a trusted relative, and you know that they're within reach, you can easily run there in case of anything, then please do that by all means. But for me, that wasn't an option. It didn't work for me. What else? Yeah, no matter how much the child cries, please don't do it. I know there's a time I almost just decided to give her the boob because it was easier for everyone in the night. But I remembered why I had started and how much it would affect both of us if, we backslid. And I decided to press forward. Eventually they get the hold of things. Unfortunately, it's sad, but it has to be done. Please remember that your body has still been producing breast milk on demand because your baby has been actively breastfeeding. So if your body has been still producing a lot of milk, you might be at risk of suffering from engorgement. So you have to get your body used gradually, withdraw from foods that you have been eating to stimulate breast milk production. I've heard that there are things you can use, things you can consume that affect milk production, like drinking peppermint tea. Yeah, I've also heard that eating eggplants or garden eggs helps to stimulate breast milk. So if you've been consuming that, you cut that out just a little bit so that your body gets used to the fact that it produces milk way less. I don't know if these are scientific facts. I just know that once your baby stops feeding or misses a feed, or for us who went back to regular jobs, obviously our bodies weren't producing milk anymore the way they used to. So for me, I didn't have any issues. It's only one that started to feel a bit full, and I just pressed all of it out hard. But yeah, I pressed all of it out, it came out, and by the 2nd day I was good. So now I'm good. A friend of mine warned that I should look out for how my boobs are going to look like after the weaning process. I don't know. What am I supposed to expect? How are my boobs supposed to look like after weaning? Like Silipa. I was told Silipa doesn't happen like that. So you know what? I don't care. I know that I fed a human being. I kept her alive and healthy for 1.5 years. And right now I'm feeling good. She's feeling great. She's very independent. I have some freedom back. We can sleep. My husband and I can sleep 6 hours uninterrupted. Guys, what are you talking about? She's sleeping 8 hours uninterrupted, and that's like such a big deal. It's great for everyone involved. What else? I guess that's it, guys. I guess that's it. Someone else said you could put something bitter on your boob if you're having a hard time weaning, like aloe vera. But some babies are known to suck that shit off and still get to the breast milk and still not give up. I was tempted to put ginger and see if she could take it. I put some ginger. She sucked just a little. She's like, and then she's like, let me try again. I was like, yeah, no, this is not happening. So whatever works for you, please try so many things and see what works. In the middle of all of this, I hope that you will still find a way to be close with your baby, to comfort your child, to soothe them without offering the boob. Find other alternative ways. For me, it has been the back, and it has worked really, really well for us. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to make more videos, and I'm praying for you. I am praying for you. I hope for the very best for you and your child. Bye, mama.